the show for real estate entrepreneurs.
One thing I also wrote down to ask you about was, and this seems really counterintuitive to me, so I'm really excited to get your perspective on it, but the win-win mindset is usually ineffective and often disastrous. Don't settle and never split the difference. So I think a lot of people, they go into negotiations looking for like the win-win, and it sounds like that is maybe not the best way to approach things.
Yeah. All right. So there's a lot there. Like, first of all, if somebody actually has a win-win mindset, they're usually really vulnerable to exploitation. I mean, somebody, and my brothers and sisters at Harvard called this a create value mindset. And I can remember way back when I was looking at a graph, and they said there are basically two types of negotiators: create value and claim value. And a create value negotiator who actually believes in win-win, negotiating with another create value win-win person, and they have a fairly good outcome. Probably if you were to rate it on, grade scale like you would in college, you're going to get a B. You maybe get a B plus. Now the create value goes up against the claim value, and the claim value slaughters the create value person. I mean, freaking kills him, destroys him. That's an F on your paper and gets you fired. Now the claim value guys and gals have figured that out. So they're going to throw out the words win-win early to see if you light up. And if you light up, they got counting their bonus. They're like, this is going to be a grand slam home run. If this was a crime, I'd be indicted for serial killing here because I'm going to slaughter you. They are just licking their lips. They're a wolf and a sheep, and the sheep is looking up at you as if they just saw their mother for the first time, and they got these big doe eyes. You were gonna slaughter them. My Harvard brothers and sisters showed that to me a long time ago. Now the claim value guys, the ones who use the words win-win, without exception, I've had them walk up to me in the cafeteria in their office building, say, I use the word win-win all the time, and it works for me. And I said, yeah, well, what you do is you actually come in 2 to 3 to 4 times as high as you want. You say, let's do a win-win deal. Let's split the difference. And you end up at the price where you always wanted to be. And you killed the other side, but they're happy as clams because you cut their throat. They don't even know it. And they're kind of like, yeah. So I get into a negotiation now. If in the first 3 minutes, the other side says, look, we really want to work with you. We got a lot of value here. We'd love to do a win-win deal. I am just about a sentence away from hanging up the phone at that point in time. I know what you're about. I know you're hustling me. I know where you're going. And I could make a deal with you now. And this is a topic of discussion internally in my company a couple of times. Like, we could make this deal. My son, Brandon, who's a president of the company, brilliant negotiator, he'll say, look, we could make this deal. And my answer would be, yeah, but I don't want to live with these guys. These guys willing to cut our throat now, the very next chance they get, they're going to cut our throat. And that's going to be the way in every interaction. And that is not the recipe for long-term prosperity. It's the old analogy of the scorpion and the frog. Scorpion's going to sting you. Don't kid yourself about whether or not you're dealing with a scorpion. Now, you can deal with a scorpion. You just don't put them in a position to sting you.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So the create value people versus the win-win people, how do you decipher early on who you're dealing with, and what's your approach depending on which side of the coin they fall on?
Yeah, well, and that's been the thing that's been kind of fun because, we our application of tactical empathy, the purpose of tactical empathy in the Black Swan method is to really get inside your head really quick to figure out what's in your head, look at your vision, and I mean fast. And then, because we've been invited in based on empathy, if we want to adjust your vision, we're in there by invitation because we've established a good relationship, not because we've leveraged our way in, not because we've out-thought you or did more research than you. We established a working relationship really quickly because I want to know what's going on in your head. We got a quick protocol for that. First one is, did you use the words win-win? Right. My guard is now up. Now I got a couple of other follow-on things, but then we're going to walk away. We're just going to politely walk away. And it's a common, somebody kicking the tires or looking for free consulting or looking for you to be the rabbit to drive the price down on somebody else. That's no less than 20% of all business opportunities, and in many cases as high as 80%. We've got no shortage of anecdotal experience and data to back that up. So we don't want to be in a repeat game of being a fool in a game. What are we going to do? We're going to say, when you're ready to make mutual commitments, we're happy to move forward. And that's how we end those conversations. And I'll wait, because if you're need me for competing bid, you want me to be the rabbit, I'm running down a price on somebody else, you're looking for free consulting, you're testing the market, you're kicking the tires in some way. When I say, when you're ready to make a mutual commitment, we'll move forward, you're not going to say a word, since you have no intention of making a mutual commitment. You will be speechless. And that's when I will say, love to have a great long-term relationship with you at some point in the future. When you're ready for that, please reach out.
Yeah, please reach out then. I love that. Yeah, that's really good. And I like how that can just kind of filter people out, get the tire kickers out of the way, and kind of know if you've got someone that like really wants to make some sort of a deal happen.
To watch this full Founders Club interview, click the link in the description below. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for future videos.